missing my coffee and breakfast at the college that I used to have in the morning. I used to get there and I would have a cup of coffee and a bacon roll. Do you miss anything, Joyce? Anything food-wise?
Yes, I do. I miss going to my favorite cafe for a doner kebab, and I just wish lockdown would end and I can go back there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Rona? What are you missing food-wise?
Oh, I really miss meeting my neighbor. I used to meet my neighbor at Dobie's, and we had coffee and a chat.
Yeah, it's really strange, isn't it? I suppose we better start working. We better get cracking with our lesson. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I'll share my screen. So this week's lesson is about Pam's Cafe. And we're going to be talking about jobs. And today, students, you're going to be doing some reading. Okay. So we're going to show you the words, and I want you to write the letter for the picture that it matches. Okay, are you ready, Joyce and Rona?
Yes.
Yes.
So what's the job? Listen and match the picture to the number.
Number 1, policeman.
Number 2, nurse.
Number 3, waiter.
Number 4, barber.
Number 5, mechanic.
Number 6, reporter.
Number 7, builder. Number 1, it's a policeman. F.
And number 2, nurse. It's D.
Number 3, waiter. It's C.
Number 4, it's barber. It's A.
Number 5, mechanic. It's G.
Number 6, it's reporter. It's E.
Number 7, builder. It's B.
Okay, so now we're going to hear about Pam's Cafe. Okay, are you ready, Joyce and Rona?
Yes.
Yes. This is the cafe where Pam works. Pam serves food and drinks. She's a waitress. Pam likes her job because she meets lots of friendly people. The cafe is very popular. It serves the best breakfast in town. Now listen to Joyce.
This is the cafe where Pam works. Pam serves food and drinks. She's a waitress. Pam likes her job because she meets lots of friendly people. The cafe is very popular. It serves the best breakfast in town. This is Sunil. He's a journalist. He wants to ask Pam some questions about the cafe. Sunil works for the local paper. He likes his job because he meets lots of interesting people. Sunil wants to know why the cafe is so popular. Now listen to Rona read the text again.
This is Sunil. He's a journalist. He wants to ask Pam some questions about the cafe. Sunil works for the local paper. He likes his job because he meets lots of interesting people. Sunil wants to know why the cafe is so popular.
So students, just take a moment now to read the text again, and then we'll go on to doing some more skills with your reading and your writing. Okay, so take a moment to read the text on your own. Remember, you can pause the video and go at the speed you like. Okay, we're going to do a dictation now. You're going to listen to the sentences and write what you hear. There are going to be 4 sentences. So in your notebook, whoops, in your notebook, write number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Be very careful. Remember, when we write a sentence, we start with a capital letter and we finish with a full stop. So don't forget that. Listen very carefully and remember that when we're talking about somebody else, we add S onto the verb. Okay, so Joyce likes kebabs. I like a bacon roll for breakfast. Rona likes meeting her friend at Dobby's. Okay? So listen very carefully and then we'll check your answers. Rona, are you ready to begin?
Listen, I'll repeat the sentences twice. Number 1. Pam works in a cafe. Pam works in a cafe.
And number 2, she's a waitress. She is a waitress.
Number 3, Pam likes her job. Pam likes her job.
Number 4, the cafe serves the best breakfast in town. The cafe serves the best breakfast in town.
Okay, shall we have a look at the answers to the 4 questions? Number 1, Pam works in a cafe. Number 2, she is a waitress. Number 3, oh, that's jiggling. Just to remind you, your capital letters and your full stops. Number 3, Pam likes her job. And the last one, number 4, the cafe serves the best breakfast in town. So remember, students, the capital letter at the beginning, the full stop at the end, and be very careful, listen for when we have an S. And then this word, do you remember what this word is? It's breakfast, okay? If you can't spell that word, write it down in your notebooks and learn it, okay? That's quite a difficult spelling. Shall we move on, Rona and Joyce, to the next sentences? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Number 1, Sunil is a journalist. Sunil is a journalist.
Number 2, Sunil works for the local paper. Number 2, Sunil works for the local paper.
Number 3, Sunil likes his job. Sunil likes his job.
Number 4, Sunil writes about the cafe. Sunil writes about the cafe.
Oh, some of those were quite hard. Let's look at the answers. Number 1, Sunil is a journalist. Number 2, Sunil works for the local paper. Number 3, Sunil likes his job. And number 4, Sunil writes about the cafe. So again, capital letters for the start of a sentence. Remember your full stop and always listen carefully to see if we have to put the S on the verb. Okay, that was nice. Let's move on now to our next exercise. So this is Sunil, and Sunil is going to ask the people in the cafe some questions. So you're going to be able to read their answers and also listen to Joyce and Rona. Let's see what they say. Hi, please tell me what your job is and why you like the cafe.
We are builders. Our work is physical and we get very hungry. We come to the cafe because the food is great and the staff are friendly. The cafe has the best cooked breakfast in town.
Hi, please tell me what your job is and why you like the cafe.
I'm a nurse. I work at night. I always get a coffee on my way home. The cafe opens early at 7 a.m.
Hi, please tell me what your job is and why you like the cafe.
We always drop into the cafe for breakfast. We love a cup of tea and a bacon and egg roll. It's nice to chat to Pam, but we can't stop for long. We're policemen.
Hi, please tell me what your job is and why you like the cafe.
I'm a barber. My shop is near the cafe. I always stop for breakfast before I start work. I eat a healthy breakfast. I have porridge and a glass of orange juice. The cafe is a great place to meet people.
Lovely. So Pam has lots of customers with different jobs at the cafe. There's the builders, the policeman, the nurse, and the barber. Okay, now take a couple of minutes to read all the texts again, what they say. And then in the next slide, we're going to ask you some questions. Okay, so if you want to, you can write some notes that might help you. Remember, you can pause the video if you want to. Can you remember? Listen to the questions and write the answers. You only need to write one word, okay? Here's some help to remind you.
Is it the nurse?
The policeman,
The builders?
the barber,
The cafe?
or Pam.
So there are 8 questions that you need to do the answers for. So again, in your book, write the numbers 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 8. Listen very carefully to the questions. Rona and Joyce will say each question twice. Okay?
Listen carefully. We will repeat each question twice. Number 1, who has a cup of tea and an egg and bacon roll at Pam's Cafe? Who has a cup of tea and an egg and bacon roll at Pam's Cafe?
Number 2, who has a healthy breakfast? Who has a healthy breakfast?
Number 3, who gets a coffee on the way home? Who gets a coffee on the way home?
Number 4, who gets very hungry? Who gets very hungry?
Number 5, who likes to chat to Pam? Number 5, who likes to chat to Pam?
Number 6, whose shop is near the cafe? Whose shop is near the cafe?
Number 7, where can you get the best breakfast in town? Where can you get the best breakfast in town?
Number 8, who is the waitress? Who is the waitress?
Okay. So we have a look and see how much you've remembered. So here come the answers.
Number 1. Who has a cup of tea and an egg and bacon roll at Pam's cafe? The policeman.
Number 2, who has a healthy breakfast? It's the barber.
Number 3. Who gets a coffee on the way home? The nurse.
Number 4, who gets very hungry? The builders.
Number 5. Who likes to chat to Pam? The policeman.
Number 6, whose shop is near the cafe? The barber's.
Number 7. Where can you get the best breakfast in town? Cafe.
Number 8, who is the waitress? Pam.
Okay, lovely. Let's move on. So our next activity. Here are some different jobs. Have a look at the pictures and then see if you can match the word which will appear to the picture.
Dentist.
Doctor.
Cashier.
Teacher.
Dentist. Which letter? It's B.
Doctor. Which letter? It's C.
Cashier. Which letter? It's D.
Teacher. Which letter? It's A.
Okay, so remember students, write down the new words in your book. Now remember, I think you all know the word teacher, but be very careful how we spell it. Okay, so in English, sometimes we write down a word because we want to know what it means, and we might write the word in English and the word in our first language. But sometimes we need to write down a word because we need to look at the spelling. The spelling isn't always easy. So teacher, breakfast is another word, and doctor. Okay, so remember to write the words down, and you're learning what they mean, but you're also learning how to spell them. That's difficult for native speakers as well, isn't it? Spelling. We have to learn that when we go to school. So you're exactly the same as us. Spelling is quite difficult to learn. Okay, before we finish, let's just have some fun and see if you can remember some of the words from the last lesson about breakfast. Okay. This is going to test your memory. How good are you at remembering things? So look at the screen. Look at all the pictures. And see how many are there. There's 3, 7, 8, 9, there's 11. There's 11 pictures to look at. And you see we've got cereals, toast and jam, Nutella. This is a tricky one for all of us, isn't it? Egg and bacon roll. Sausages, porridge. One of my favourites, a fried breakfast. Then we've got milk, coffee, tea, and orange juice. Okay, so there's 11 things. Have a good look. Okay, in your books, can you remember what they were? Try and write them down. A. What was A? What was D? E and H. Guys, can you remember them? So A was cereals. D, egg and bacon roll. E, sausages. And H was milk. Okay, remember as well, sausages. I had difficulty spelling that last time, so remember to write it in your books and learn the spellings. Okay. Let's look at what we've achieved today. So now we're going to see what you can do at the end of this lesson.
I can. Read a simple paragraph in English.
I can identify key information.
I can recognize different jobs from pictures.
I can record new words to learn in my notebook.
Brilliant. Okay, students, that was quite a hard lesson. Remember, you can play it again and practice your reading, practice listening to the questions, okay? Remember, I can record new words to learn in my notebook. This is really important. If you're in class with us, we'd be checking your notebooks to make sure you're writing the words. But please remember to write them down. So, thank you for watching and bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was a good lesson. That's made me think a little bit about jobs. Rona, if you weren't a teacher, what job would you like?
Oh, I'd like to be a builder, Kathy, because I'd like to work outside.
Oh, yes, that would be nice in summer. I don't know about winter. That's a nice thought. What about you, Joyce? If you weren't a teacher?
Yeah, maybe I'd like to be a dentist and fix people's teeth and make them feel and look beautiful. Yeah,
Oh,
dentist.
nice. I don't like the dentist. Do you know what? I think if I wasn't a teacher, I'd quite like to be a barber. I think I'd like to cut people's hair. I don't think I'd be very good though, but it would be fun trying. It's been really fun. It's nice to see all the students. We hope you're enjoying the videos, and remember, write the words down in your books, watch the videos again, and if you like the video, you can give us a thumbs up at the end of it.
I hope you enjoyed it. It'll be great to see you all when we get back to college. Bye for now.
It was lovely doing this with you. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you've learned a few more jobs that you didn't know before. And until we see you again, take care and stay safe.
That's lovely. So take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.